Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Metalytics Insight Limited. My name is Dr. Mrs. Sajala. Today, I want to discuss on research instruments, very important aspects of your research methodology. So, in your chapter 1, you have stated your research questions and you have written extensively under literature review on each of your concepts. So the next thing is for you to answer the research questions you have stated in your chapter 1. So how do you want to do this? And that's what your chapter 3 is talking about. Methodology, research methods. So under that research methods, you want to collect data, you want to experiment, you want to analyze data. So you must be able to have a particular research instrument that you will use in collecting data, most especially for quantitative study, quantitative research approach, where you will be visiting the field or people in the field to source data. So it is expected that you have a specific research instrument that will enable you to do what? To source data from your respondents. Then don't forget, when you design your research instrument, make sure that your research instrument focuses or it targets those that are expected to fill it, or if depending on the type of research instrument you want to use, you have to be very careful to ensure that your research instruments actually administer to those that are supposed to do what? To answer their questions. So therefore, we have different type of research instruments that can be used to source data, especially from the field. The first common one is questionnaire. Questionnaire, you have to design your questionnaire in line with your research questions. So meaning that you are having, depending on the number of constructs or number of constructs you are having on your topic, the number of constructs you are having in your topic, whether, definitely dependent or independent variable in the situation whereby you're having moderating or mediating variable. So each one of these needs to be broken down. It needs to be broken down into different tokens, a measurable variable that you can assign, question to. For example, let's assume that you are working on the determinant of financial inclusion. Financial inclusion is a policy of government implemented to ensure that poverty is reduced, economic progress is achieved, and people are empowered. And how can they achieve this? It can be achieved through formal financial sector, a situation whereby government expected that all those who are financially excluded from the formal financial sector are included one way or the other in the banking sector. So ability of this individual to access funds will help in reducing poverty, will help in empowering them, and it, in the long run, will bring about economic progress. So that's what financial inclusion is actually talking about. Therefore, we can look at financial inclusion from three perspectives: financial accessibility, the quality of the financial product, and the frequent usage or frequent use of the financial product. So therefore, that's for the financial inclusion. So we can now look at the determinants. We have different determinants. The first one is financial literacy. The second one, we can look at demographic vulnerability. The third one, we can also look at the regulatory frictions that has to do with KYC, and then before you open your account, you must have a national ID card, which is a national identification number. Then we can also look at the infrastructural development, or the nearness to bank branches or nearness to ATM POS and others like that. So each of these needs to be broken down. You need to assign questions to each one of these from the financial inclusion perspective and also from determinant perspective. So this will enable you to be able to collect data. So with the way that is being structured, under your dependent variable, you are having 3 measurements. Under your independent variable, you are having 4 measurements. So with this, you design your questionnaire, administer it, collect data, from your respondent. They analyze it using any method you feel is appropriate, non parametrics or no parametrics estimation method. Then your questionnaire mostly is good if you use a 5-point Likert scale. That will enable you to be able to use model analysis, understand the perception analysis of the respondent, and to be able to use a good estimation method that will help you to bring out the main findings from your work. Like structural equation modeling can handle this, path analysis can handle this. Then normal regression, ordinal regression, logic regression, multinomial, anyone that you feel is capable of handling it can actually handle it. So research instruments are important tools used to source data. So once you structure your topic and your topic is having a case study, definitely you will use primary data, and there will be a need for you to do what to design your questionnaire. Yes, thank you everyone for listening. Continue to watch my channel. I'll be dropping more video on research instruments. Maybe next time I'll work on observations. We also have observations. We also have a content analysis. We also have focus discussion, experimental, and many others like this. I'll be bringing them up one by one to discuss. Thank you everyone for listening. Thanks.